Hi everybody, thank you very much for joining me on my latest video. You'll have to excuse me if I sound a bit rough. I've got man flu. I haven't got a cold, I've got man flu, and of course every man in the world knows how horrible and bad man flu is. Enough said. Right, today we're going to be looking at this little beauty here. This is the Beatles Roll Top or Bread Bin CD Collection. Now, I've been inspired to do this by another Beatles channel. So thank you to Beatle Dave's Beatles channel, who did a review on a tape version of this, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. And I'd seen it and I'd said to him, I've always wanted the CD equivalent of this. And I found one on eBay, and this was under £100. Yes, under 100 English pounds, and that was with the posting packaging. It came yesterday. I have just unboxed it, and like an idiot I forgot to switch my laptop on, so I unboxed it for nothing, so you can't see me unboxing it, unfortunately. But so we're gonna have a look at what it is. It's in a little roll top box like this, which is reminiscent of a bread bin that we used to have in the UK, which was made of wood. This is made of wood. It's very, very heavy. It's got the Beatles just there, and then you open it up like that. So this rolls on up and down, and that is the content. So we're going to be looking at everything in this. Oops, it says, trying not to break it. So that's what it looks like when it's open. Then when you've listened to all of your CDs, very, very sorry about my voice. You just put it back down like that. So this came out in about 1987, 1988, and it goes from Please Please Me up until Past Masters Volume 2. So the CDs in here are probably, I don't know because I haven't played them yet, exactly the same as the CDs that came in the HMV exclusive Beatles on compact disc box sets that we did a little mini series on. So I'm not going to go into any great detail. I'm basically just going to show you the CDs and excuse me, the little booklet that comes with it, which actually comes out at the bottom there. So for the price that I got this from, I thought it, it's one of those situations when you're a collector where you think, well, I've never seen this for such a good price, and it's something I haven't got. And if I want to play the Beatles CDs, I've got them all in one place now without having to go and take the boxes out and everything for the HMV thing. Them HMV box sets are still really, really good value for money though. So the first one is Please Please Me, and I think this is an original pressing, because I think this was re-released later on and you had the Apple logos on them. All of these have just got Parlophone on them. I think the first four in this collection are mono, and then they're all stereo. Excuse me. So there it is. Please Please Me. Nice shiny disc. Now individually you can probably buy these for between £5 and £10, depending on where you're looking, in these dual cases. So after Please Please Me, we get a mono CD with the Beatles, and it does on this one. It's got a error on it. I've just noticed, which I think is the same in the HMV box set. I'm not sure, because it says mono ADD and then it doesn't. It says should be AAD on that little sticker there. See it? So you do get little booklets with them in there, which are going to be the same as the ones that was in the box set, so we won't look at that. That one says Made in England. So like I said, I presume that these are going to sound exactly the same as the ones that I've already got, but it's nice to have this little bed bin, roll top, whatever you call it. And I've actually been after one of these for many years, to be honest, but I never thought I'd find one at this price, because usually excuse me, they go for a hell of a lot more money than this. They're usually around the £200-250 mark. So that is the track listing to A Hard Day's Night. I will try and make this video as quick as I can, because obviously I don't sound that good while I'm talking, being full of man flu. So again, this is a mono, Beatles for Sale, one of the most underrated albums in the Beatles catalogue in a lot of ways. I think it gets a lot more recognition now than it ever did up until a few years ago. So that's it, you get the little booklet. We'll just take this one out just to show you. I'm sure you all know what they're like. They're not really booklets, are they? They're just tells you exactly what's on the back. And you get a photo. And then you get another photo of what the LP would have been really into it. So some great songs on that, by the way. So after Beatles for Sale, we got Help. I need somebody, help, not just anybody, help. You know I need someone, help. So I can't do it. And now these are all stereo. ADD. I mean, I've quickly looked at these CDs, and a lot of them seem to be unplayed. In fact, one of them is still sealed, which I'm not going to unseal today. I don't think I am. Then we get the fantastic Rubber Soul, which, as I'm recording this, has just celebrated its 60th birthday or 60th anniversary. And what has Apple done to, recognise this fantastic feat? Nothing, which is a shame, really, isn't it? I mean, I know we've just had the anthology collection and everything, which on paper is a brilliant idea, but wouldn't it have been better to do a 60th anniversary for Rubber Soul? What do we know, folks? What do we know? Okay, lovely, shiny CD. Then we've got Revolver, which is in my top 3 Beatles studio albums of all time. Still no mention of Apple or anything on these, which there shouldn't be if it's from this first pressing, should they? So, yeah. Then we've got, if I can get it out, God, that's tight. That is very tight. This is still sealed, and it is a magical mystery, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band there, but if you look, that has got a slightly different cover. So I'm not going to open that one up, because it's hard to get it back into here. Then we've got the White Album, and this one is actually numbered, so it's number 22019. I'm sure when I went out and bought this in the 1980s, in this, they used to call these a fat box, didn't they? That mine wasn't numbered. Can't remember it being numbered anyway. And these are on Parlophone and not Apple. Presume you got them just like that in America as well. And that is white, it's not silver. It is a lovely white label. He says as he drops it, and probably just scratched that. No, I haven't. Oh, I don't know. The things I do for entertainment, The things I do for entertainment. And then that is the second disc. And you do get like a lovely little booklet with this, if I remember rightly, if the booklet's in it. Which I'm sure you all know about. So you don't get the posters or the portraits, but they are in here, sort of thing. When this was released for the 30th anniversary, they did a lot better job than this, to be honest. But it is nice to have it on the white Parlophone label. And you do get the words for the songs as well. So just leave that there for a sec. Put that back like that. Now these are in really, really nice condition. They don't actually look like they've had much play. Then we get Magical Mystery Tour, which around this time actually did become an official part of the British UK catalogue. Which it should have been, really, shouldn't it? Some say made in the UK and some say made in England on them, these CDs. I mean, when you think about it, that's a fantastic album, isn't it? You know, if you've got Sgt. Pepper and you've got this, you've got basically everything the Beatles commercially released in 1967, haven't you? Then we get Yellow Submarine. Now, something looks weird about this, and I can't work out what it is because it does say Parlophone on it. But this doesn't look like the other ones I've got. But it's still got the catalogue number, hasn't it? The same. And it does say 1969 EMI Records. But then on here, really, really small writing, up there, it says Capitol Records. So is that an American one? CDP7 464452, which is the same as the other CDs, isn't it? So I don't know. Then we've got the fantastic Abbey Road. See, that says made in the UK. Just there. Again, that's in my top 3 Beatles studio albums of all time, along with Revolver and the White Album. We've got Let It Be. Excuse me. And then to finish it off, we've got Past Masters Volume 1, and then Past Masters Volume 2, because this is how these originally came, as 2 separate albums, and then it was released as a double vinyl album, wasn't it? And that says made in the UK. Made in the UK. I mean, is Past Masters still worth having in your collection if you haven't got it? Because there's been so many things come out since this, and that's like made this sort of like redundant in a lot of ways. But I still think these are good little compilations, because technically they're not a greatest hits one, are they? Because they've got more of the stuff that was on like EPs and B-sides and stuff like that, as well as, you know, a few of the singles that weren't on official on LPs. So that is the lovely CD collection that you get in it. Then you get a booklet, which has got recording dates. It tells you about each and every song that is in it. I'm not really going to be able to do this justice, because it's like every page, if it's on about the album, you can just see, very vaguely see the album. And this actually looks like it could actually be a really good read. You do get some photos as well. And then there, again, photos of the boys. It tells you all about Past Masters Volumes 1, Past Masters Volume 2. And then you basically got in recording chronology. So basically it's telling you when each of the songs was started to be recorded, not necessarily when they was finished recording, but the first like takes and stuff. And that's for every song that is in this collection. It's actually quite clever, isn't it? Then you get the song index and where to find it in the collection. So obviously things like Across the Universe on Past Masters Volume 2, but they're also on Let It Be. I'm going to say Yellow Submarine then for some reason. It's because I'm not very well. I've got man flu, folks. I've got man flu. And if you're a man, you know man flu is the horriblest thing to ever have. It's not a cold, it's man flu, isn't it, folks? So that's it. It is actually made of wood as well. The construction is wood, but that bit is also wood. But I don't think this has been used for a long time, so it is actually a little bit stiff. But no, once you do that a few times, no. Again, it is something that I probably didn't really need, but it is something that I've wanted for years and years and years. And like I say, it's just going to sit probably over there somewhere. Or it might even go on top of my box sets over there, which you can't see at the minute, because I've had a little bit of a tidy around in the music room in the past few weeks. Still looks a tip, mind you, but it's an organised tip now. So yeah, so for what I pay for this, I'm very happy. That's quite therapeutic doing that, you know. Like I say, all these CDs, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. It'll probably cost you best part of £150 if you bought them. You know, decent copies second hand in these dual cases. Yes, some of them you can probably get for £5 to £10 anyway, but if you say £10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But technically there's 16, isn't there, because the White Album is a double album. So if I'd have bought all those individually, it would have probably cost me more than what it cost me to buy this lovely box set with its roll top bed bin. And that's going to be it, folks. So thank you for putting up with me while I'm struggling with this man flu. You know, I know I probably won't sound that good on this video, but I just thought, because it's come today, it's something I'd like to share with you. Please leave comments below. Have you gone out and bought this? Did you buy this when it first came out? Because I think this was excuse me, I think it was actually quite expensive when this came out, because you was paying quite a bit for this wooden box that it goes in. And obviously at the time CDs were the things that was going to get rid of vinyl and cassettes and everything. Once it CD was the way forward. But now vinyl's coming back and cassettes are coming back as well, aren't they? Yeah, so I'm very, very pleased with this. Once again, thank you to Dave's Beatles channel. You inspired me to actually buy this after all this time. after your video on the cassette version of this. So once again, thank you to everybody that is leaving me likes, leaving me comments. You know, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for all of your support over the last 5 years. I've just done a video on the 5th anniversary of me joining YouTube. So if you haven't checked that one out, please feel free to do so. It's got quite a lot of comments and things on it actually. So please, check that one out. Whatever you're doing, please stay safe. Hopefully, by the time I do the next video, this horrible man flu will have gone away. I hope it hasn't, interrupted your enjoyment of the video, because it's still something nice to look at and everything, and it's one of those things that now I've got it, I wish I'd got it years and years and years ago. But if I'd got it years and years ago, it would have cost me more than what it's cost me to get it now, if that makes sense. So that's going to be it. Thank you everybody for your support, as I've said, and peace, love and happiness to each and every one of you. I know my voice is starting to go, so I think it's time to wrap this video up. So until the next time, it's Beatle Dave saying over and out, and that's it. Hopefully you'll join me for the next video, when I will be feeling a lot better in the next few days. So until then, love and peace everybody, love and peace.